That's what I mean by tactics versus principles. So I'll talk 3 principles that have worked for me. Principle number 1 is you have to find the space where you can operate for longer than anybody else and take more pain than everybody else.
Nice.
That's a principle. Because
longer than anyone else and take more
pain than anybody else. Right. So let's explain. Michael Phelps, greatest Olympian of all time. Shared the stage with Michael Phelps. Unbelievable human being. So I'm backstage talking to him. I'm like, dude, you've won more gold medals, listen to this, than any other human being in the history of the Olympics. To be clear, the Olympics go back to the Roman age, I think. In the history of the Olympics, the known history of the Olympics, he's won more gold medals than any other human being. How'd you do it? And he answered the question even before I could finish answering it. He knew what the answer was. He says he spent 6 to 7 years. There was a time where for 6 to 7 years, he trained every day. Every day. Every day he was in the pool. Every day. Now, I want you to hear what I'm saying. Not every working day.
Every single day.
Every day. He says, Thanksgiving, birthdays, I'm sick, I'm not sick. There was a 6 to 7 year period where for every single day, he was in the pool.
That's powerful.
Right. So what does that mean? The person competing with him trained Monday to Thursday, maybe Friday. They would have showed up on Saturday for a cool session. They give themselves the Sunday off, have a nice cheat meal. Monday, they show up again.
Yeah.
He kept going.
Consistency.
And so it's the longer than anybody else and endure more pain than anybody else. That is a principle. If you can go for longer than anybody else and endure more pain than anybody else, that principle will serve you well. It doesn't matter if you're a racing car driver or you want to become a fashion designer. How long can you go? How much pain can you take?
Yeah.
And so, by the way, this is not like a cool Instagram message. It's like, well, I wake up at 6:30 and, then I meditate for 3 minutes. And then these things that people post is like, come follow me in the day of my life. It's none of that shit. It's none of that shit. There's no come follow me in the day of my life. Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm up.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I'm at the gym. And there's no lights, there's no camera, there's no action.
Yeah.
This is what I meant by what I learned in martial arts. There's no lights, feedback. No camera, no action, no feedback, no quotes, no quote tweets, no tag me, none of that shit.
Yeah.
You're in the dojo. You're in the studio making your beats. Like you've just got to be, if you can stomach being in a dark room and not worry about what time it is, I can guarantee the laws of the universe eventually bend towards your success.
Yeah.
It is inevitable.
It's like the universe connives to make you successful.
The way Alex Hormozi says it, and I like the way that Alex says it, he says, you've got to throw so much volume of work that it is unreasonable for you not to succeed.
I love that.
So this is a principle.
Yeah.
Right? So first principle, go longer than anybody else. And the ability to endure more pain than anybody else. Most people can do one of either. They struggle with both.
Yeah.
So if you can endure pain, you don't want to do it for too long. If you're doing it for a long time, you don't want to take on too much pain. But can you do both of these? That's the first principle. The second principle is to find a place where you can serve.
Okay.
This is important. It's to find a place where you can serve, and serving in that space is natural to you. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, the greatest poet of the 20th century, Jay-Z. See what I did there?
100%.
If having girl problems are for bad for you, son. I got 99 problems. It could be children listening.
Okay, sorry.
Y'all put that in the comments. But Jay-Z has lived a life that has transcended periods. Jay-Z is at the stage of his life where his name is bigger than the industry he comes from.
Yeah.
His name is bigger, listen to this, not than the category of music he made. His name is bigger than the industry of music.
Yeah.
Like, he's in so many other things now, Jay-Z, right? And I think that's an important point to make. Chimamanda Adichie. So we had a boardroom, which we've converted to a studio. And the one wall on my boardroom is what I call the wall of influence.
Okay.
And it's all these people I've either studied or read about who lived a life that I go, that's amazing. You know, people like Alan Turing, who basically is the reason we have computational mathematics today.
Okay.
Right? But Chimamanda's on that wall. And I first learned about Chimamanda. I watched a movie called Half of a Yellow Sun,
Okay.
which is about a period in Nigeria when there was a civil war. And then a friend of mine who is a banker in Nigeria then told me that she had actually funded the production of the movie with a group of other people. She was one of the producers. And so she gifted me the book, and the book's even better. The book's written by Chimamanda.
Okay.
And she's written several other books now. She's got a new book. I just got it the other day. I can see the color now. It's got like a mauve, pink, black design. I can't remember the name. Her space is literature. So she writes books. Now, she's an incredibly gifted public speaker. You should see her speak.
Okay.
This young lady stood up at a museum, I think it was, in Germany, and told the German people in power in the room that how dare Europe tell Africa about civility when as
I've
we
seen
speak,
that.
you've seen it. And
Yeah,
she
I've
says,
seen that.
as we speak, there are historical artifacts that belong to the people of Africa that Europeans will not return.
Yeah.
Until you do that, you don't have the moral authority to tell us about decency.
I saw that video. So powerful.
Very powerful. However, Chimamanda's grace is she knows the space where she serves humanity. And so she serves there. Now, Jay-Z, Chimamanda, they both serve humanity.
Yeah.
They just know where they do it. What most of us do is somebody will go on YouTube and eventually come across a Vusi video and go, oh, speaks, I want to speak. Rather than ask your creator, that guy is serving humanity. And he's using the gifts you have given him
Yeah.
uniquely to serve. What gifts have you given me that I can serve?
True.
Because once you uncover the gifts you are given and how you use them to serve, here's the gift. You will never compete.
Because you're doing it for you.
There's no benchmark.
Yeah.
You will never compete. And everybody who comes into your space, it's been my experience, they will try and compete with you. But they will not realize that you're not competing with them. You're competing with the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And once you unlock that, then it's a different game. I listened to a podcast interview between Tyson Gay and Usain Bolt.
Okay.
I'm a huge sprint athletics guy. And Tyson Gay has a podcast, I forget the name now, but they had Usain Bolt as a guest. And for anybody who follows the sport, these two were arch rivals. Right. This is Liverpool versus Arsenal level of rivalry. And to be clear, Arsenal is better. So anyway,
I mean, you can say that now.
we're on top of the table, baby.
Yeah. So now I can't argue.
Yeah,
but
we're on top. We're Europe. You know. Anyway, so I watched this. One of the things I noticed was in the conversation they were talking about Usain Bolt and his career, and Usain Bolt was talking about. He said something like, as he was training for every single competition and for every single athletics, he says there was one competition he wasn't even sure he was going to be like competitive in. And then he heard Tyson Gay talking smack. And he was like, oh, that's how you want it? Let's do it. But he says he came in the sharpest at those Olympics where he ran that 9.58 time. Came in the sharpest. And even though we saw him race in an Olympic season and world championships that followed that, he was chasing being that guy who ran the 9.58.
Yeah. He was chasing the best version of himself.
Because other people are chasing him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the point I make here is once you're clear about that place where you serve the most and is aligned to your gifts, you will never compete. Because the best thing you will chase is you. Because you'll know where you can expand, right? So that would be the second principle of wealth. And then the third principle of wealth is you have to live for self-fulfillment rather than to show off what you've accumulated.
I like that.
Yeah. And that third one requires a lot of discipline. My experience has been the wealthiest people I know usually look like they don't have any wealth.
True. The most simple guy in the room.
Very simple.
Yeah.
They'll be standing at the back of the room. You'll pay no attention to them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you an interesting thing. I was at an event. I won't mention the publication, but a well-known international publication had this really exclusive event, and they invited a few of us. Must have been less than 60 people, and it was taking place at a hangar. Right, so they picked us up at our homes, and they brought us to this event, and it's taking place at a hangar. There's a couple of jets parked in the background, and I'm chatting to the editor-at-large of this particular publication, and I knew the editor, and so we're chatting, and he said to me, "Take a look at this room." I'm looking around. He says, "What do you notice?" It's like, "Nothing really." "Well, why?" He says, "Notice how nobody here is dressed to impress anybody here." Now, to be clear, there were people in there who were very well dressed. They just weren't dressed to impress.
Yeah. Because there's a difference.
There is a major difference.
Yeah.
Right. A person can wear a very nice tailored suit, but you can tell if I'm wearing it for me versus if I'm wearing it to make sure everybody else knows that I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Or as they say, money talks, wealth whispers.
Internal validation versus external validation.
There you go.
And I do think social media has expanded how much people are looking for external validation, because like when you talk about feedback, whereas at first, if I wear something, maybe it's only those in my area who will see it, those in my school, those in my workplace. Now I can post a picture and get 1,000 likes from what I'm wearing. So then when I wear the next thing, I'm thinking, ooh, how many likes can I get from this?
Sure.
And people start to chase being accepted by other people.
Sure. I mean, I want to be clear. I like nice things. My suits are tailored. I just want to be clear. I like nice things, but I like nice things.
Yeah.
It really isn't about what the other person thinks. It's about how I feel. And I think you've got to give yourself the permission to do the thing you like, not do the thing you think society will reward you for liking.
Yeah, 100%. So these are the three principles. If I want to be like Vusi, 1, something I can do the longest and work hardest at, taking in the most pain.
Yes.
2, something that I get to serve.
Yes.
In a way that's genuine to me.
Yes.
Build real authenticity.
Yes.
And be able to serve.
Yes.
And 3, it needs to be about internal gratification.
Yes.
It needs to be for me. And
You've got it.
That's finding purpose.
You've got it.
Something that is not about what someone else thinks, but it's about me.